Hi, this is Dr. Liu. So I want to show you how the electric field lab is set up. So let's take a look. Turning this around, lots of cables to manage. Okay, so we have whole setup in our view. So this is the conductive paper. I have a couple of electrodes. I have these conductive tags, and I push them really hard, flat against the electrodes, and also pinned down the four corners. And the power supply is the low voltage power supply that goes up to 25 volts. So black, red, color coded right here. And this is the multimeter turned on. AC is popped out, so we are using DC. Voltage is pushed in, auto scale also pushed in. So the red goes to a pin here, and the black is actually just connected over here. So first thing you want to do is to make sure that you are getting 10 volts. So you connect the red and red together, black and black together. And I already did my work in the previous video. So now you can see it's 10 volts. Okay, let me grab my, okay. So okay, let me set down the camera. This way we can see the multimeter and the whole view of the electric paper. So, okay, that's good. Conductive paper. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is to test out the um, the electric field. So what if you don't have 10 volts? Well, there is a voltage knob on the control. You can get exact 10 volts. The knob is very fine adjustment, so make sure you get to 10. All right, so now I grab onto the one conductive pin right here. I'm going to test out to see if I have an identical zero. If I touch this side, this is zero volt side. Make sure you try both the top and bottom because sometimes the electrodes have degraded, such as this particular one over here. You can see this hole is very big. It almost effectively cuts off the top and bottom half. I was using it and I couldn't get both halves conducting at the same time with one pin down. Okay, anyway, so this one's good. This side is 0, and the other side should be 10, so I'll just touch 10. Okay, touch this side, 10. Okay, close enough. Can I push a little harder? Yeah, I'll push a little harder. This may come up closer to 10. Okay, good. So this is approximately 10. And the next I want to find a 9 volt location. So a 9 volt location will be, well, the hint is it's going to be to the left of this 10 and also to the right. So let's look for a location to the right. I already have replicated the electrodes right here on this piece of paper. I have some grid lines I marked on the bottom and on the left, and I did this. I even did a 9 volt, but that paper was no good, so I have to restart. So let's look for the left side. So 10 volts for sure, so skip over that. 9.5, about half a grid to the right. So if I go one full grid to the right, 8 and 8.6, maybe 3/4. Yeah, that's 9. So exactly the end of the cross is 9 volts. So let me try up and down. Is this? Yeah, close to 9 volt. See that? And over here, also close to the end of the horizontal stroke of the cross is 9. Yeah, roughly all the way across. But as I get to the edge, the value will change. So if I try this, yeah, it's 8.4. So that's also the same exact location as over here. This is still 9. So where's my 9? Okay, get closer. Right, 9.0. Now it's halfway, roughly halfway. And I think this is probably also halfway. Okay, a little closer. 3/4 away. Roughly this is close to 9. Okay, so I'll have to replicate that on my paper. I think I have something close to about these points for 9. And over here I have roughly halfway. This is a quarter way. Okay, so I marked a few locations. I know this is difficult because white balance is off. So these are the locations for 9 volts. So in the middle is roughly the left starting point of this horizontal line. So I'll mark a few more of these for 9 until I get to the very bottom. I think even this one's still showing 9 right here. Yep. So I'll try to check the top. So second from one grid below the top. Okay, I have 8.8. So I have to move slightly closer, but that's about the same location. So exactly the top location to the right, 8.7. Halfway is close to 9. And above the electrode, let's try halfway, 8.8. Closer, slightly closer is slightly more than 9. So I'll just do a marking like this, 9. Okay. So try to have the rounded edge. Then I'll explore the left side. So the left side, I'll just grab this and start from the bottom because the wiring is a little easier. So let's try 2 grid lines to the left of the bar. 9.5. 3 grid lines. 9.3. 4 grid lines. 9.2. 5 grid lines. 9.0. 6 grid lines. Okay, 8.9. Between the two, about 9. So that's how many grids? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5. So 6 would be a little less. So 5.5, this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also 5.5 from the left. Nope. I wish I had another person to help me, but okay, here it is. I have a 9. So this dot right here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. So I'll try to explore that region. So this is roughly the 9, right? So I can go up, still about the same location, right? So all the way until, say, if I'm 2 grid lines below the top of the electrode. So now it's 8.8. I have to get closer. 8.9. 5 grids. No. 4.5 grids. Closer. 4 grids. So maybe slightly to the left of 4 grids. If I'm 1, 2, 2 grids below the top. 1, 2, 2 grids below the top. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 grids, slightly more than 4 grids. I'll mark a second 9 here. So that's right here. And I think I'm okay. I'll go 1 grid below the top of the electrode now. Let's see where the 9 volt is. 8, 8, 8, 9. This is close to 9. 9, 1, 5. Okay. So I'm 1 grid below the top of the electrode and then 3 grids to the left. So 1, 2, 3. So this is a 9. And I'm 0 grid below, so then how far to the left? 8, 9, 7, 2 grids. 1/2? No, that's too much. Okay, so this is close enough to the 9. So exactly at the top of the electrode, so 2 grids. So see, I have some over here, more over here. I think this is going to close up nicely if I finish the bottom. And so I'll go the same grid as the bottom. I think 2 grids to the left is close to 9 volt. Yeah, okay, very symmetrical. And then if I go 1 down, 2 grids will not be enough. Only that's unstable. So maybe 1 to the left, 1 down. Not enough. Half to the left, 1 down. No, I guess I have to go half to the left and half down. And there, too much. So in this box that immediately adjacent the bottom electrode, I have something like a 30% to the left of the right border, 30% to the bottom below the that top. So I put down a dot, and I have over here is this spot. Let's see. Actually, sorry, over here is this spot. Yep. And one grid above. Let's see. Is it the same as okay 9 1? Okay, so 3 1 2 3 4 grids to the left. So that's almost the same as what I marked on the other side. Okay, so I have enough data points. I'll draw a curve to smoothly connect these dots. You've done this game before, right? Sorry for touching the webcam. So here's my drawing. I have all these data points that have 9 volts. Okay, so next thing is going to be 8 volts and 7 and 6, right? So I'll do a 5 volt. I think 5 volts is actually a little easier. I think it should be right in between the two electrodes. So let's check that out from right in the middle. For 6, so a little further to the right. Yeah, too far, even a little bit of change too far. So I think we're kind of close to the center line. Just drag it a little bit to the left. It goes above and push it a little bit to the right. It goes a little below. So I think we're almost right on the dot, the center line. And then we go up, down a couple of grids just to see if the middle still has, yeah, about 5 volts, right? Middle has about 5 volts. This is one grid above the bottom. Oh, that starts to get less. So if I drag to the left, yeah, slightly toward the left, but still toward the center. And now 4.7. This is as high as the bottom of the electrodes. So it's still kind of over there. All right, so I picture a whole line here. Excuse me for touching that. A whole line that goes right between the electrodes halfway. This is a 5. So I was able to make this far. So once I get beyond the electrodes, I have to carefully measure. Can I still have the halfway? Oh, looks like it's still halfway, right? Okay, still halfway. Yep, so I'm getting close to the border, and I don't really have to draw those lines anymore because the borders, the edges of the paper, they have effects. So I'll draw maybe a couple of grids below the bottom of the electrode, and I should test above as well. So yeah, right in the middle. Yeah. So I can also extend above. All right. So you can imagine this will take some time, and we need to do 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 5 in the middle. That's easier to explore. And then the other side. So I'll do not a 1. 1 will be the same as a 9, except that that is symmetrical on the right. How about I do a 2 volts? So I'll look for 2 volts. Okay. So this is a 0 volt. Let's touch it, make sure it's still 0 volt. And let's look for 2 volts. 0.3. Okay. 0.4. 0.6. Okay, looks like it's gonna take a while to find 2 volts. Maybe we won't be able to find the one at 2 volts in the middle at all. Okay, we can't find 2 volts in the middle, so we'll just try to find it somewhere else closer. Like, oh, 176. Okay, so if I get closer to the right side, I'll get closer to 0. So I need to get a little further away. Let's go down. 1, 9. A little further down. 9, 4. Oh, this is a 2 volt point. So it's 1, 2, 3. 3 grids to the right of the bottom of the right electrode, and 4 grids below. So this is a 2 volt. Okay, so I also have a 20 here for location, but that's a 2 volt. Okay, so now this is supposed to be a bigger shape compared to this, right? It's going to be over here, so it's going to be over here. That means if I go a little further leftward, I can find some more evidence of 2 volts. So this is that. I think I was able to get 2 volts close enough to that. Okay, too high, 2.5, 2.8. Yeah, I guess this is too high. So I'll go for the right side. So let's see if I actually miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually 4, 4, not the 3, 4. Okay, so let me move that dot to the right. I'll keep that 2 volt label. So this is the 2 volt. So if I move further to the right, it'll drop. But if I start moving upward, you'll rise again. Well, maybe it's dropping. I'll look for 2 volt. 1, 6, 1, 6. Okay, so I had that over here, right? I had it over. Yeah, it seems like it changes every time. So now it's at this point, 1, 2. Yeah, it is 4, 4. Okay. So I'm thinking this is a 2. This is close to 2. About 3, 3 is a 2. 2, 2 is okay. 2, 2 and 1/3. So I do 3, 3 and 2, 2 plus about 1/3. Looks like reading out the locations kind of help. And how about 1, 1? Oh, okay. So 1, 1 and 3/4. That's down 1 and 3/4. 1, 1 and 3/4 with another dot. And how about 0 and 2? That's too high. Closer. That's still high. 0 and about 1, 1 and 1/3 below. Okay, so I have some boundary effects. So I have these dots. So I'll try to explore in between, and that means to the left. Let's see, 2 below. So that's too high. 1/2, 1 half. Okay, half is okay. All right. So 1 to the left and half below the bottom. That's roughly a 2. That means this line is probably going to be a 2, close enough. Okay, 1, 6. Exactly lining up. 2, 4, and what, a quarter? Yeah, a quarter to the left, and then nothing down. 1 1/4 to the left, nothing down. And I'll check the 1 1/4, 1 above. 1 1/4 is this. Okay, close enough to 2. I think close enough to the center, but to the right slightly. So a little less than 1.5. So let's try a couple more dots. So to the left, a little less than 1.5. Yes, that's 2 volts. Slightly to the right of 1/2. Yep. So this should keep going. I'll check 1 below, slightly 1 to the left. And then exact lining up. Okay, that's not working. And it's too hard. This is about a third, 1 1/3 to the left. if we're lining up with the electrode itself. And for the rest of them, they're close to about half, but closer to the right than to the middle between. Okay, so I have, okay, these dots. And that means I need maybe a few more. I'd have to explore over here above. So above, one to the left, one above. Slightly one to the left, 3/4 above. And directly above, how far? 1/2 directly above. Okay, to one grid to the right, how far? 1/1. Okay, not enough. A little further above. Okay, close enough to 1 and the 2. Slightly, yeah. 1 to the right, 2 above. So if I keep doing this, let's see this grid. So this is going to be a little less, but I can go down a little bit. I'll go up a little bit, excuse me. Yep, so this is 2, 2, 2, 2 1/4 actually. Close to 2, 2 1/4. And this grid is 3 to the right, 2 above, 2.5 above. Yep. 3 to the right, 2.5 above. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, 2 above, 2.5, 2 3/4, 3. Yeah, about 1, 2. Actually, count around 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. So let's go 5. 1, 2, 5, 3. Not enough. 5, 3.5. Yeah, 5, 3.5. I just place it here. 5, 3.5. And 6. Do I do 4? Yeah, 6, 4, close to 4. Okay, so I'll just connect these together. I'll add one more point. 6. Okay, 7, 4, 7, 4.5. Okay, I think that's going beyond my paper. Okay, so here we go. Basically, I can't really close this because it's really way too big. But if I explore the 1 volt, I bet it's symmetrical, so it's going to look like a shape like this, right? And then I can also explore the 8 volt, and I can do some 7 if I want, and the 6. But just make sure that you also explore the middle. Otherwise, you're missing part of the lines because the voltage changes from 10 volts on the left to 0 volts on the right. So that has to be changing in between those 10 and 0 volts.